Hello, hello. How's it going? How are you doing? Hoping you are doing well. I've got 3 story ideas for potential ROM hacks or fan games that I would like to share with you. 3 ideas, and I'll dedicate an episode to each of these ideas. If you want to use them as they are, no problem. If you want to modify them, if you want to use them as a base for your own story ideas, no problem as well. And also, if you want an example of just another great idea that I'd pitched not too long ago, please check the description. There you will find a playlist link to Pitching Pokemon, the Journey of Janice, my storyline idea for something that I call Journey of Janice. It's a 9-part series, so have a look at that and you can let me know what you make of this. So let's take a look at the first idea. This is for something that it's a working title, but I call it Pokémon Quest. Now, granted, there is an official game called Pokémon Quest, but as you'll see, my idea has nothing to do with official Pokémon Quest. This is something totally different. So this story, Pokémon Quest, takes place in the kingdom of Vivian. This is your region. It's named after the first monarch of the region, Queen Vivian. And our story begins with the current monarch, the king, making an announcement that his firstborn, the princess, has come of age. She has turned 18. And in this kingdom, when you come of age, you can go on your standard Pokemon journey. But in this case, this journey, of course, is special because it's a royal who's going on this journey. So what's going to happen is the princess will get to travel across the kingdom, meeting her subjects, and also getting to meet the 8 most influential families in the kingdom. This in place of your gym leaders. And each of these families, they rule over a major city. And the princess is meant to travel to each of these cities, meet these families, and take part in special tasks that these families will put together. And if the princess succeeds in each of these tasks, she gets like a seal of approval, a recommendation from each of these families. Once she's collected all of these, she makes it back to the kingdom's capital and gets the final approval from the king. And this will officially recognize the princess as his heir to the throne. So she's not going to be traveling alone. She'll have her handmaiden with her, and she'll need to travel with a researcher. So looking at the court of the king, there are researchers who are there, but most of these are old men and women. So the king would like a much younger researcher, someone who has also come of age, like the princess, to travel with her. So messengers are sent across the region to, issue this king's request for researchers who have come of age, and anyone who qualifies accept the request and make their way to the capital. So the princess is one main character. There's the other main character who happens to be an apprentice to one of the active researchers in the kingdom. So this apprentice, he's come of age now. And so rather than, the typical thing of going on a journey like what other people would do, he's decided he's just going to continue on the path to being a researcher. So when these messengers from the king arrive in this apprentice's hometown, the local professor will speak to the researcher, and she recommends her apprentice to accept the request. So the apprentice accepts the request, travels to the capital, meeting with other potentials. So the king will decide that, okay, you've got all these potentials that have arrived, the best thing would be they take each other on in battle, and other different tasks that researchers can do. And the last person standing, they will travel with the princess and the handmaid on the journey. And our main character, this second main character, he qualifies and he'll join the princess on the journey. So it's meant to be a fantasy adventure story, following two characters. These are your two playable characters, the princess and the apprentice. And when it comes to, if there's going to be a quest system, you could have quests for the princess, quests for the apprentice. These two characters were from different walks of life, different social standings, but they have come together now, and they're going to be traveling together, getting to know each other better, and also learning about this kingdom that they live in. If you want the princess to have a rival, one idea that I thought of was one of the king's relatives has a son who's also come of age, and he's going to go on his journey now, in pursuit of or parallel to the princess and her team. So there's a lot of potential for what kind of stories could you tell with that. Are there any people in the background who are sponsoring this rival? Are there people who are plotting against the princess? Any organizations that might want to do harm, not just to the princess, but they're a threat to the kingdom? Is there a religious order? All these things that you could play with for this story. You can let me know what you make of this. Is it an idea that you could see being an interesting game? Would it be something you'd play? If you're someone who's looking for an idea, give this one a try. You can flesh it out if you want. You can modify it. You can change it, whatever. At the end of the day, what matters is it's a game for people to play, at some point. Whether it's a ROM hack, whether it's a fan game, it doesn't matter. So you can let me know what you make of it. Pokémon Quest. Or if you come up with a much better title for that, no problem. Run with it and see what you make of it, see what you do with it. Anyway, so in the next episode, I'll talk about the second story idea, which is something that I call Pokémon West. So please look forward to it. Enjoy your day and take care.